Thank you so much, those of you who are sticking around. We're very happy to be having a Q&A after the film. My name is Melissa D'Agostino. I'm with the programming department, and I'll be facilitating the Q&A. Basically what will happen is you will put your hands up. I will do my best to get as many questions in as possible. Please speak as clearly and loudly as you can, and try and keep the questions brief so we can get as much into this Q&A as we can. The lighting's a little bit strange in here, so if your hand's up and I can't see you, just holler at me, and I'll do my best to field the question. So, without further ado, I'm sure you're all very excited, I'd like to welcome to the stage, once again, the director of Everybody Has a Plan, Anna Peterbarg. And along with her, Mr. Viggo Mortensen.
She's coming. A little nervous. Mary, jefa.
Yay, here she is, Anna Peterbarg. Wonderful. So I'm sure there are plenty of people. Yes, right down here.
First of all, I want to say thank you to both of you for a very unusual film. And Viggo, brilliant. Thank you. My question is, it's a well-known fact, the extensive research, background research you do for a role. You even live in the character's skin during the run, you bring props to the set. Can you give us a little insight of something you may have brought of yourself interesting to this film?
The question is about the research that Viggo brought into the role in the film.
Well, in this case, I mean, I spent as much time as I could in that region, that Delta region, to have the background for both brothers, even though one brother hasn't been there for years. It is the place of his childhood. And as far as props and things, it always depends on the production. If first I ask the director and then the prop people, and I usually end up being friendly with the designers and prop people because I'm always interested in that. What makes me comfortable. I like to be part of. I just look at it as a team thing, lots of people bring ideas, and when you have a good director who's secure in what they know what they're doing, like say David Cronenberg, or like Anna Peterbarg, then anything anybody brings might be useful, and if it's not, they just say, no, we don't need that, because they know in the end they're going to put it all together. But in this case, I guess a lot of the books I brought that you see, and some little things, clothes or cups and houseware stuff, just stuff that I found that seemed important.
Great, thank you. And you're looking for some hands? Sure, right here.
So this is kind of a two-part question. What was it like for you being your first feature to work with someone who's a veteran in the business, and for you who's a veteran in the business to work with someone, which is their first feature?
The question is surrounding what it was like for Anna on her first feature to work with Viggo, who's a veteran in the industry, and what it was like for Viggo in turn to work with Anna.
She's going to she's going to say it in Spanish and then I'll translate.
Aprovecho.
She's going to take advantage.
And we will too.
This is the first time tonight, is the first time I think I've heard you speaking English. And you speak well. But anyway.
Obviamente fue como una especie de protección y honor y digamos, demasiada suerte que intenté que los nervios que me daban no me jugaran en contra. Traté de aprovecharlo para que pudiera funcionar, y creo que en el...
We gave her a little bit of security, and that it was, that it was a good thing, and she tried not to let her nerves get in the way, and take advantage of the opportunity to work together.
Y creo que como en todas las películas, pero en este caso creo que no hay ninguna duda que la película es de esta manera gracias a Vigo, ¿no? Y al trabajo que hizo él.
So like in any movie, you need some luck, but yeah, I remember it. No, that obviously it helped get it made, and it made it easier having me on the team. That's amazing.
Well done. And Vigo, can you speak to what it was like working with Anna?
When I was given the script, we met by chance, and she said, "Oh, you're Vigo," and I said, "Yeah," and she goes, "I have a script. I'm a screenwriter and director, but I don't have it with me. I didn't expect to meet you." It was in Buenos Aires. It was at the Doors. We were both going into the club that I'm a member of, San Lorenzo, and she was going to take her kids. Yeah, she was going to pick up her kids who go there to swim because she lives in the neighborhood, although she's a fan of another team. Pretty good team. Boca Juniors, they're actually like the New York Yankees. They're like the big power. Anyway, she was going in, I was going in, I was going to the club for other reasons. She said, "Oh, you're Vigo. I have the script. And could I send it to you?" I said, "Sure, here's my address." And I didn't think much more about it. Some weeks later, I got back to the U.S. and I had this in the mail. And eventually I read it. I didn't jump right on it because I get a lot of scripts. People give them to me on the street, people mail them to me. And even the ones that come from my agents, the agents know as well as anybody that most scripts are crap. You don't see very many good movies. I don't think you see that many movies as good as this one each year, whether they're big or small budget, and you don't see many good scripts. So I started reading it, kept reading. I said, "Wow, this is great. This is this film noir, really great movie, and could be a great movie. It's a very good script, well-drawn character." So I got a hold of her and I said, "Yeah, I really want to do it. If we can get it together." But it took a couple years, before the financing came together, and fortunately we have a great team of producers. And the same team basically that brought you The Secret in Their Eyes, another great Argentine movie. And by the time we started shooting, I never thought that it was like a first movie. Anna was so prepared and knew how to handle the crew and the actors and everything so well that, when I saw the movie finished, it didn't surprise me it was that good. But then now seeing it, and seeing it with you guys in another context with subtitles, I was really glad that you guys got the movie, and I realized how extraordinary it is what she accomplished in her first feature.
Thank you. I think there was a question up in the balcony. Sir.
Yes, there you go. How do you go about preparing for a role that you have to virtually promote yourself? That's rather challenging.
The question is, how did you prepare for this role where you so brutally have to murder yourself?
I have to be honest, and it made me laugh a couple times. I can't say that, but even some of these horror, I was just, not that, drowning in the bathtub with a machete. I didn't laugh there, but just the two brothers together, obviously I was concerned about that. Technically, how are we going to do it? Because we didn't have, Steven Spielberg type budget, or Steven Spielberg type, or Peter Jackson type schedule, and less shooting and money. We had a limited time to do it. And even though you don't see the brothers a lot together, that has to work or the movie doesn't work. So on a technical level, we had to think about it a lot, how we would do it, and to be ingenious about it. And I think, Anna did a great job of that. What I was worried about as an actor, mostly though, was are these going to seem like two completely distinct people, two different individuals? But the way we shot it was fortunate in that all the stuff with Pedro or with Agustin separately, We shot all of that first, and it was at the very end of the shoot that we did the stuff with the brothers together when Pedro comes to visit Agustin in Buenos Aires. And by then I knew them really well. I had their body language differences, their accent differences, their point of view, everything. And so then it was kind of fun, and that did make me laugh, seeing the differences. It was fun.
Great, yes, right here.
I have two preguntas para Ana. I can say it in Spanish for Ana and I'll also say it in English, if that's okay.
Great.
¿Cuándo empezaste para pensar esta idea? Y después de escribirlo, ¿cuánto tiempo has estado trabajando sobre este proyecto? Desde que empieza con la idea hasta terminar de escribirlo. I asked her from the time she started the idea of the project to actually writing the script, how much time did that actually take her?
Great, so the question is just how much time lapsed between the genesis of the idea and writing the script?
I began to start to script, to write the story about 10 years ago, the first of the idea, and then it was changed a lot of times. I suppose 6 or 5 years ago it's going to be something like this. And I was writing and rewriting every day, I suppose, until to shooting, or at the same in the shooting. You know? That's it.
Great, thank you. That was fantastic. Yes, right here. Thank you.
We know you like to accept challenging roles, and you seem to be accepting a lot of roles that have characters that have a secret, whether it's history of violence or history of promises, or everybody has a plan. Can you discuss the challenges or what attracts you to those kind of roles, or the challenges you face when playing almost a dual character in this episode?
But yeah, the question is surrounding the challenges of playing this particular role and also your interest in roles of and with secrets, or how you choose your projects.
Well, I like to find good stories, or hope they find me, really. And an actor always likes to have a secret. Either share a secret with the audience that the other characters don't know, or have a secret just for himself that nobody has, you know. So, you know, and then as an audience member, even it can be so subtle that the audience knows something's going on. Something's going on. What's going on? Something's happening. And just that little bit, you have something for yourself as an actor. But I look at every role, whether it's playing twin brothers, like in this movie, or someone who is purposely, consciously creating this new personality, like in History of Violence, or hiding his true profession, identity, like in Eastern Promises. It doesn't have to be that extreme. Any role I play, I always try to find what's beneath, what's between the words. What else is there? You know, when is he not nice, or when is he not bad, or why does he do this, or might he do something else? You know, just leave no stone unturned, because I think that all people, all of you, all of us, are not simple. You know, people are not simple, ever, even if they're very nice and seem simple. Everybody has a strangeness in them, you know, or at least the possibility of imagining being strange or doing something strange, even bad, you know what I mean? Even if they never do it, we all have it. So I look at all roles similarly that way. I'm just looking for things that are multifaceted, you know?
Great, I like that strangeness, got applause. Yes, back there, yes.
I'm going to make the question in Spanish first for her.
Fantastic.
La idea de filmar el vídeo, yo no sabía que era un paisaje tan oscuro, tan así como lo pinta. So, what about Tigray, as a filming location, it's a character by itself, I think, the Delta.
Yes, the question is surrounding the location. Tigray, is it a character in the film for you, and why? Why that location?
Yes. Always I thought of the Tigre like another character very important at the film. When I was writing, I was there a lot of times, Tigre change a lot along the year. It's really different, and some words are, in some places are really different. ¿Cómo se dice? Okay.
The different seasons.
Yes, the different seasons. Yes, it's really, the winter is really hard there, and the summer is very hot. And yes, it's nobody. ¿Cómo se dice?
Not everyone.
Not everyone knows the Tigre in winter. That's right. And I don't know. It's and the people who live there all the time. It's a different life that the people goes to vacation or to the weekend. There are two really different tigres. No, that's all.
Great, thank you. And there's a gentleman, yes. Sure, yes, for sure. Sir, this is our last question, by the way.
Maybe for Anna. There's a book from Horacio Quiroga